Thank you, Mayor and Councillors. I'm normally here in my role for the Christchurch Coastal Pathway, but I'm here today in my capacity as a homeowner at Wainui. Thank you very much for the opportunity to submit on this plan. I'll be quick because I know you've run over time today. The Wainui Wastewater Reticulation and Treatment Scheme has been long awaited, with consultation starting prior to 1996. And the project was first included in the Banks Peninsula Long-Term Plan in 2004, so it's already been delayed over 10 years. In our property, we're using a long drop, but like many residents, we've put a loo in ready to connect to a system we thought would be operational in 2009, and then we thought we expected it to be able to do so this year. We know that the council is under huge pressure with high demands on capital resource, and we can understand why each project must be reassessed in understanding where the money is best spent. However, we do request that the council consider putting priority to the Wainui wastewater system for the following reasons. The first one is that the project is ready to proceed, and our concern is that delay will escalate costs and duplicate the enabling costs that go with any project. Delay will also involve costs that would otherwise be avoided. So Rich has mentioned the Seaview Lane wastewater treatment plant that would have been decommissioned if we go ahead now. If the plan is deferred, this plant will need council upgrade and council maintenance. The YMCA upgrade is now urgent, and the YMCA would need to consider other options for disposal of wastewater, which we think would have a huge impact on such a worthwhile organisation. And then finally, delay will extend the environmental risk and effect on health. The DIY systems are long drop septic tanks and storage tanks, and we all have to coax our children to walk up to them in the night with a torch, but we've got used to them. But however, many are old and they don't necessarily perform properly. Property owners will be unwilling to invest a lot on these systems because they really are a temporary measure, and when they remain, they increase the risk to environmental and public health. We understand that the report says that the environmental risk is now only after heavy rain, but we suggest that this will considerably worsen after 6 years, another 6 years. The area is known for its unique ecologies and wildlife, such as the Hector's dolphin. It's a significant tourist destination. Every weekend we see people gathering, so it's an important area for Mahinga Kai. So the wastewater reticulation scheme we think is really important for environmental reasons. It will reduce the threat of untreated wastewater entering the harbour and deliver cultural, environmental and public health benefits. So we urge the council to consider it a high priority. Thank you very much.
Questions? Tim?
We're all aware, especially through the submissions, how important the environment is. And unfortunately things have been delayed, and now we're finding ourselves, we're in a very difficult situation due to Mother Nature. So I'm just wondering about self-responsibility. Has anyone over there looked at composting toilets?
I think there are a number of different options that people have, and I think everyone is taking the responsibility, but certainly when you know that the system is a sort of stopgap measure, and in some respects there are two minds on this, because this property's been in the family for 3 generations. Yep. We know rates will increase. We're not intending to sell the property, so it will. A new system would increase our rates, but we think for environmental reasons it should go ahead. And considering it's ready to go, that outweighs the disadvantage of a rates increase and possible change to the community. But you just can't have in this age untreated sewage going into
composting toilets, etc. would be an answer in a medium to long term. Well, yeah, I mean, we're a council looking at a huge amount of numbers, and so we've got to weigh up what we can do and what we can't do. So is there an alternative, and it seems like there may be for the individuals.
I don't have the answer to that. I don't know a cost of a composting toilet. We've operated on a long drop, as I say, and have built ready for a connected flush toilet, but.
Yanni, very quick question.
Yeah. Just a number of submitters have commented on the smell, and I'm just curious, do you ring ECAN when you see or smell the sewage being discharged or the odours?
Well, we've spoken to our neighbours, and they have a takeaway system, and so that's how they found that solution. But we thought it was easier when you're in that small community to talk to people rather than report people. But yeah, I suppose that is an option.
But I mean, I'm just trying to understand whether ECAN has any role in terms of monitoring that's not being done or enforcement that would deal with some of the environmental effects.
I don't know. That's
Okay. No, that's fine. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I think Malcolm Frost isn't here.